Recently, I saw an image of a woman carrying boulders. Like Sisyphus, she walks up a mountain, only she has two giant rocks. A boulder in her arms and another strapped to her back, which curves her forward in strain. For the Jewish people at this moment, she is us. The stone on her back is the past. All that we have been through this year, the living memory of horror, the devastating indifference, the relentless hatred, and the heartbreak. The boulder we carry in our arms is the future. The almost unbearable press of terror and fear, unending anxiety, and the constant questions about what will come next. What could happen to our loved ones? What could happen to our people? What could happen to our land? How can we feel whole again? If you find yourself sick with worry, feeling the weight of the past and the future, you are not alone. The entire Jewish community is carrying the crushing weight of our communal trauma. And this affects everything from our relationships to how we feel about community, to our sense of humanity, and to our own personal well-being. Recently, a friend told me about a conversation she had while on a walk with her husband. She was filled with anguish from scrolling through reels of hatred, bigotry, and lies against Israel and Jews. She felt overwhelmed by anger, fear, and helplessness, so overwhelmed that she could not focus on the present moment. Her husband said to her, "Right now, right in this moment, you are okay. We are on a walk, on a beautiful day. Our children are fine. We have shelter, food, and work. We have each other. We have our community." This describes our current reality. We are at once okay, yet completely not fine. At once torn, broken, yet also intact. And we carry both of these realities at once. Our people are suffering unbearably. We are suffering too. Yet also, in this moment, we are able to breathe in and out, sitting in this sanctuary, surrounded by our people. Knowing that Jews around the world, if they can, are also coming together in prayer and community. In this moment, Rosh Hashanah is a blessing. It brings in a season of contemplation and the possibility of wholeness and return. This time of Rosh Hashanah is a time of homecoming. Once upon a time, we were whole. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth, and they were one. They were unified. One place. The human beings lived in paradise in the Garden of Eden, never wanting for anything, every need met. And it was the same for all of us, every human being, in a kind of Garden of Eden of the womb. Creation is a process of separation. God separated out one thing from another systematically until what was before God was at once ancient and new. Heaven separated from earth, water from land, trees from rivers, animals from people. For much of our lives, we echo this. We grow and we separate from our families of origin. As we move through our lives, we individuate more and more, wandering further and further from who we were at the start. God called Abram to leave his home. Lech lecha me'artzecha u'mimoladetecha u'mibeit avicha el ha'aretz asher ar'eka. Go forth from your homeland, from your place of birth, from the home of your father, to a land that I will show you. As we grow, we move from our first homes and our families of origin, charging forward, journeying, separating. But when have we wandered too far? When have we found ourselves too distanced from who we once were? When have we journeyed away from any sense of community? We all have desires that push and pull us in different directions. Community, grounded in Torah, provides guardrails that keep us on our derech, a word meaning way or path that underlines the Jewish concept of a spiritual path. Belonging to the Jewish community helps us to choose paths of compassion rather than paths of indifference. As the Hasidic tradition teaches, even after the desires of one's hearts has persuaded a person to accept the false way as true, they still know in their heart of hearts that the derech, the true path, is truer than the other one. Deep inside, we know when we have strayed. Our intended derech unfolds through acts of chesed, loving kindness, rather than those of self-interest. Before God created human beings, God asked the angels for advice. Some of the angels enthused, yes, let them be created, while others urged, no, let them not be created. Chesed, the angel of loving kindness, argued with the angel of truth. Chesed said, let them be created because they will be loving and kind. Truth said, let them not be created because they will be filled with deceit and falsehoods. There was even more fighting. The angels of righteousness and peace combated one another. Righteousness said, let them be created because they will do tzedakah, righteous deeds. But peace said, let them not be created because they will war unmercifully with one another. They are filled with hate and dissent. But while they were arguing, they did not notice that God took the angel of truth and threw truth from her hands down towards the earth, where it shattered into many shards. Startled by the crash, the ministering angels fell silent, and God said, let truth rise from the ground. So how are we to render truth from these shards? This is where we find ourselves now. We feel mired in worry and distress, especially as we witness the proliferation of so many untruths and distortions, many of which are accepted as fact. At times, it feels as if the world is upside down. This only becomes further complicated online with the distortions of artificial intelligence. It can be almost impossible to discern what is real. As a society, we have taken on a stance of distrust. Many of us have become uncomfortable interacting with people whose world's views we assume to be radically different. We have lost the muscle of deeply engaging in respectful disagreement with one another. Our relationships have become unsteady, causing an erosion of empathy. Our broader societal relationships have also become corrupted, leading many of us to feel more socially isolated. God said upon the creation of Adam, "It is not good for man to be alone. And Eve was created so that neither of them would be alone. But so many feel alone today. And we know that social isolation can lead to both personal illness and societal fractures. Some try to relieve distress through destructive behaviors and beliefs. Some fall prey to cynicism, indifference, and disillusionment. In a Talmudic story, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai taught, people were together on a ship. One of them started drilling a hole in the ship's bottom. The others said to him with alarm, "What are you doing?" He replied, "Why do you care? I'm only drilling where I am sitting, only in my area." They responded, "But the water will rise and flood us all." Judaism views every person as unique, yet also intrinsic to the community. Each of us is like a limb of the body of Israel, teaches Rabbi Soloveitchik. Our sages imagined God saying to Moses, "The reason I granted you greatness was only to benefit all of Israel." Our relationships are synergistic. Moses could not have been great without having others to see, receive, and appreciate his gifts. Every action that an individual takes has resonance with the greater community. We are dependent on one another, intrinsically linked. As Jews, we are obligated to open our hands and hearts to those in need. This is a central tenet of the Torah, and Jews have been at the forefront of social justice movements, fighting for the rights of the downtrodden as a fundamental imperative. And right now, our own people need us. Our community is suffering. Each of us needs to ask, how can I be a source of compassion, support, and strength? What am I giving of myself to strengthen and support my people? We are family, no matter the distance between us. In the wake of October 7th, we have risen up as a world Jewish community with solidarity, support, and love. And yet, there is potential for deeper personal engagement. Our own tradition offers us an evergreen source of nourishment, allowing us to blossom fully. Turning towards Jewish community can repair the cracks caused by a sense of alienation. As we come together, allowing ourselves to be fully present with one another, we can restore a sense of belonging, trust, reciprocity. In this season of teshuvah, we turn to the words of Hosea. "Return, O Israel, to Adonai, your God." This verse is explained through the story of a son of a king who ran far away from his father, 100 days' journey. His friends encouraged him, "Return to your father." He replied, "I'm not able." His father sent him a message, "Come as far as you are able, according to your own strength, and I will come to you the rest of the way." And God said, "Return to me, and I will return to you." Returning isn't easy. The work of teshuvah demands humility, empathy, compassion, vulnerability, and courage. Our return won't be perfect, yet we can meet each other halfway. We can open ourselves to forgiving others and move forward together. We cannot make teshuvah on our own. It takes others to offer forgiveness, reflect on a shared past, and embrace a better future. Now is the time. As we join together in teshuvah, we find our way home. Once again, we find our derech, our spiritual path, as we recommit ourselves to turning toward one another in our shared destiny. Shana Tova.